we are done with your introduction to algebra. So now we move on to linear equation. So a linear equation in a single variable, that is the unknown, involves powers of the variable no higher than the first. A linear equation is also referred to as a simple equation. So if we have here a simple equation, if that is your example number 1, we have there the 4 divided by x minus 3 plus 2 over x is equal to 6 over x minus 5. To be able to get the value of x, of course, we multiply the whole equation by the denominators, which is x minus 3, your x, and then your x minus 5. Okay, so distributing that one, multiplying this one to the terms. Let us multiply this one to the first term, which is 4 divided by x minus 3. What will remain here is x times x minus 5. So that is 4 multiplied by x times x minus 5. Okay, plus for this one, that is 2, and then multiply it here divided by x. What will remain there is x minus 3 multiplied by x minus 5. Okay, so that is equal to 6, and this one, multiply it here divided by x minus 5. What will remain here is x minus 3 and x. Okay, so that is x times x minus 3. Okay, simplifying this further, it will give us 4x times x, that is 4x squared, minus, that is 4 times 5, of course, 20, plus 2. Okay, expanding this one, it will give us x squared multiplied by x times negative 5, that is negative 5x, negative 3 times x, that is negative 3x, plus, that is 15 already. Okay, that is also equal to 6x times x, that is 6x squared, minus 6x times 3, that is 18x. Okay, so rewriting that one, it will give us 4x squared minus 20 plus 2x squared, distributing 2 there, 2 times negative 5, that is negative 10x, minus 2 times negative 3, that is negative 6x, plus, of course, 30. Okay, transposing this one to the left side of your equation, that will give us negative x squared, and this one, it will become positive already, 18x, and that is equal to 0. Okay, so combining like terms, so if we combine this and this one to this, it will just cancel, because this is negative 6 and 2 plus 4 is positive 6. So 6 plus negative 6, that is already cancelled. And we have here also, we forgot here the x, so that is supposed to be x. Okay, so combining this one, negative 20, negative 10, negative 6, and 18, let us just compute that one. That is 18 minus 20 minus 10 minus 6. It will give us negative 18. So that is negative 18x plus 30. Okay, that is equal to 0. So transposing negative 18x to the right side, that is 30 is equal to 18x. Okay, that is divided by 18. So the value of your x there is equal to 30 divided by 18, or that is 30 divided by 18, that is 5/3. Since the common multiple for that is 6, since 30 divided by 6 is 5, and 18 divided by 6 is 3. Okay, so for the value of your x there, that is 5/3. That is just your linear equation. Okay, so we have here the simultaneous linear equation with two unknowns. So if we are going to use substitution, let us just rewrite your first equation or your second equation in terms of your x or in terms of your y. So I will be selecting this one, the first equation. So equation 1. So we have here 5x plus 2y is equal to 14. So if I'm going to write this one in terms of x, that is also equal to, of course, 14, and transposing this, that will become negative 2y, and since there is a coefficient of x, let us divide it by 5. Okay, so that will be your equation 2. And your equation 3 is this one. Let us just substitute, since this one is a solution by substitution. Let us just substitute the value of your x to your equation 3. So substituting 2 to 3. So that is 3 multiplied by x, which is 14 minus 2y, divided by 5. Okay, minus 4y is equal to 24. So this is in terms of y already. So we are now ready to get the value for y. But to be able to get the value for y there, let us just multiply this one, the whole equation, by 5, so that there is no denominator for the terms. Okay, so that is 3 times 14 minus 2y minus 4 times 5, that is 20y, is equal to your 24 times 5, that is 120. Okay, so simplifying this further, it will give us 14 times 3, it is 42, and that is minus 3 times 2, that is negative 6y, minus 20y is equal to 120. Okay, combining like terms, it will just give us um, that is 42. Let us uh, combine that one, that is 20 plus 6, that is negative 26y is equal to 120. Okay, transposing that one, it will give us 42 minus 120, and then transposing your negative 26 to the right side, that is 26y, positive already. Okay, so that is divided by 26. Okay, so your y there is equal to, since that is 42 minus 120 divided by 26, that is negative 3. Okay, so the value for your y there is equal to negative 3. And if we are going to substitute, since this is a substitution, substitute the value of your y to equation 2, which is your x. Okay, so your x there is equal to 14 minus 2 times negative 3 divided by 5. Okay, so the value for your x is 14, that is negative 2 times negative 3, that is positive 6 divided by 5. Okay, so that is 4. The value of your x is 4. So substituting the values of your x and y to your equations. If it is 5x plus 2y is equal to 14, or 3x minus 4y is equal to 24, it's the same. But we choose this first equation, that is 5x. So we substitute 5 times 4 plus 2 multiplied by negative 3, since y is negative 3, is equal to 14. That should be equal to 14. So if we calculate that one, 5 times 4 minus 6, that is 14. So our answer is correct. So 14, that is 14 is equal to 14. So the values of our x and y is correct. Okay, so solution by equating coefficients. So we are done with substitution. Now we are going to equate your coefficients. So to be able to do that, let us eliminate the first term or your second term in terms of x and your y. So for this one, let us just multiply this one by 3. And for this one, let us multiply it by negative 5. So that if we are going to multiply 3 to 5x, it will become 15x, and this one negative 5 times 3x, that is negative 15. So your x will be cancelled already. So that is equal to, so if we multiply it there, that is 15x plus 3 times 2, that is 6y, is equal to, that is 14 times 3, that is 42. Okay, so negative 5 times 3, that is negative 15x already, plus that is 20y, is equal to negative 5 times 24, that is 120. Okay, so adding that one, this one will be cancelled, and what remains there is 20 plus 6, that is 26y, is equal to, this is supposed to be negative, okay, that is negative, since that is negative 5 times 24, that is 120 minus 42, okay, that is negative 78. So if we are going to get y there, let us divide it both sides by 26. So your y is also equal to 78 divided by 26, that is negative 3. Okay, so if we are going to substitute the value of your y to any equation, it is the same. Okay, so let us have the first equation, which is 5x plus 2 multiplied by negative 3. Let us substitute the value of your y already. That is equal to 14. So simplifying that further, it will give us 5x minus 6 is equal to 14. Okay, transposing negative 6, that is 14 plus 6. Okay, that is 5x is equal to, of course, 20. And then divide both sides by 5 so that we may be able to get x there, and that is equal to 4. Okay, for checking if our values are correct, let us have the first equation. So that is 5 multiplied by 4 plus 2 negative 3 is equal to 24. Is it equal to negative 24? Okay, so that is 5 times 4, that is 20. That is minus 3 times 2, that is negative 6. So that is equal to 14. So this is supposed to be 14, not 24. Okay, I just mixed it. That is your first equation. So that is supposed to be 14. So our, this is that is 5x plus 2y is equal to 14. That is your first equation. So our answer is 14 is equal to 14. So our values for x and y is correct. Okay, so we have here the simultaneous linear equations with three unknowns. The three unknowns there are x, y, and z. So with three unknowns and three equations, the method of solution is just an extension of the work with two unknowns. So solve for the values of x, y, and z for these three equations. Let us just have this one, huh? The first equation to your second equation, and this one to this one, for as long as they have the same common, they have common equation for this one. Okay, so for first it can be this one and this one, so it is partnered with that. Okay, or that is also here and this one, so we just get this. Okay, that is equation 1, equation 2, and equation 3. Okay, so we are going to eliminate that one, equation 1 and 2 and 2 and 3. Okay, so at your equation 1, we have there the 3x plus 2y minus z is equal to 19. And your equation 2, that is 4x minus y plus 2z is equal to 4. Okay, to be able to cancel your, let's say it's easier if we multiply this one by 2 so that y will be cancelled. That is multiplied by 2. Okay, so let me just rewrite that one. That is 3x plus 2y minus z is equal to 19. Okay, so if we are going to multiply 2 to equation 2, that will become, of course, that is 8x minus, that is 2y already, and then for this one, that is plus 4z is equal to 8. Okay, so if we are going to add this one will be cancelled, and 8 plus 3 is 11x, and that is negative z plus 4z, it will remain, that is plus 3z is equal to, so that is 19 plus 8, it is just simply 27. We are now ready to get your value of x and z. So let us denote that one as equation 4. Okay, so next at equation 2, let us just copy, that is 4x minus y plus 2z is equal to 4. Okay, so equation 3, so they have the same equation, they have common equation. So number 3, that is 2x plus 4y minus 5z is equal to 32. Okay, we are to multiply the equation 2 by 4, so that y will be cancelled there. So multiplying that by 4, it will give us 16x minus 4y plus 8z is equal to 16. Okay, so we'll just gonna copy the equation 3, that is 2x plus 4y minus 5z is equal to 32. So if we are going to add that, 16 plus 2, that is 18x. So this one already will be cancelled, since that is negative 4y plus 4y, it is cancelled. So for this one, that is plus 3z, and 32 plus 16, that is 48. Okay, so that will be our equation number 5. Okay, so equating 4 and 5, we may be able to get the value of your z there. So for this one, I will be um, rewriting this one in terms of x now. That is just, we have to substitute it there. So that is equal to 27 minus 3z divided by 11. Okay, substituting the value of x to your equation 5, that is 18 multiplied by 27. Sorry. That is supposed to be 27. Okay. That is 27 minus 3z divided by 11. Okay, plus 3z, okay, is equal to 48. Okay, so to be able to get the value of your z there, we multiply this one by 11, so that we will be eliminating the denominator for that one. Okay, so that will give us 18 multiplied by 27 minus 3z, okay, plus 33, of course 11 times 3 z is equal to 48 times 11, that is 528 already. Okay, we are now ready to get that one, that is 18 times 27, that is 486, minus 18 times 3, that is 54, plus 33z is equal to 528. Okay, so now we are now ready to get the value of your z there. So we have there transposing that, that is 586 minus 528 is equal to, let us transpose 54 there, 54z minus 33z. Okay, so for your value of z there, that is, okay, so if that is 54 minus 33, that is already 21. Okay, that is 21. Z is equal to 528 minus 486, that is negative 42. Okay, so for your value of z, let us divide it by 21. That is also equal to, divided by 21, that is equal to negative 2. Okay, so for your value of z, that is equal to negative 2. So we substitute the value of your z to your x. It is in equation, that is your new equation number 4. Okay, substituting that one, it will give us x is equal to 27 minus 3 times negative 2, which is your z, divided by 11. Sorry, that is 11 is equal to, okay, so that is 27 minus, that is plus already, plus 6 divided by 11, so that is equal to 3. And now we are now ready to get the value of y. So to be able to get the value of y, let us just substitute the value of z and x to either of the three equations. So I will be selecting there your third equation, which is 2x plus 4y minus 5z is equal to 32. Okay, substituting the value of x and z, that is 2 multiplied by 3 plus 4y minus 5 times negative 2 is equal to 32. Okay, so that will become 6 plus 4y plus 10 is equal to 32. Now we are now ready to get the value of y. 4y is equal to 32 minus 10 minus 6 divided by 4. Okay, so for your value of y, that is equal to, okay, if it is 32 minus 10 minus 6 divided by 4, that is equal to 4. So if we are going to check that one, let us just get again this equation, the third equation. So for your checking, that should be equal to 32. So substituting the values, 6 plus 4 times your y, which is 4 plus, sorry. So for your third equation, this is your third equation. Let us just copy that one. That is 2 multiplied by x, which is 3, plus 4 multiplied by y, which is 4, and then minus 5. Your z there is negative 2. That one, that is negative 2, 3, and 4. Okay, negative 2 is equal to 32. So that is a question mark. Okay, so that is 6 plus 16 plus 10, is it equal to 32? So that is 16 plus 6 plus 10, so that is 32. Okay, so 32 is equal to 32. So our values of x, y, and z is correct. So that is just 3, that is 4, and that is negative 2. Those are the values of your x, y, and z. Okay, so for polynomial equations, for this one, a polynomial in x is an expression involving powers of x normally arranged in descending or sometimes this ascending descending or ascending powers. The degree of the polynomial is given by the highest power of x occurring in the expression. So for this one example, it is in the highest degree for this one is 4. So the polynomial is of the fourth degree. So for this one example, that is raised to 3, so the polynomial that is of the third degree. And for this one, 2x minus 3, it's just a linear expression since it is in first degree, so that is considered as raised to 1. And for this one, this is considered as quadratic expression already because that is in the second degree. And a polynomial of the third degree is referred to as a cubic expression, and for the fourth degree, that is quartic expression, and so on. Okay, so for solution by completing the square, let us have this one. We have already seen that some quadratic equations are incapable of being factorized into two simple factors. In such cases, another method of solution must be employed. The following example will show the procedure. So for this one example, x squared minus 6x minus 4 is equal to 0. You cannot factor this one, so we do the completing the square solution. So checking using your b squared minus 4ac again, that is 6 squared minus 4 times 1 times 4 is equal to 52. 52 is not a perfect square, so if you will be getting the square root of that, that is not a perfect square. So what will we do is that we complete the square. So to be able to get that one, let us just get this and then transpose your constant to the other side. And if you are going to get this one, let us just get the b there and then divide it by 2. That is raised to 2. That is your third term there. Okay, so that is equal to negative 6 over 2 squared. So that is equal to negative 3 squared. That is also equal to 9. So 9, you have added here 9. You have to add here also 9. Okay, so that is also equal to, of course, that is x minus 3 squared. Of course, that is also equal to 9 plus 4, that is 13. Okay, so this is equal also to negative 3 multiplied by x minus 3 equals to 13. But for the sake of getting the value of x, let us use this one. Okay, so getting that x minus 3 squared is equal to 13. Let us just square both sides so that we may be able to get your value of x. Since if we are going to get the square root for that, this square is cancelled. Since your x minus 3, that means 2, and then your square root, that is just raised to 1/2, that is also x minus 3, no, that is 1/2 multiplied by 2, that is already 2 over 2, so that is cancelled. That is raised to 1, and that will remain x minus 3. Okay, so that is x minus 3, and that is equal to the square root of 13. Be mindful always that your square root is it has two roots, so that is equal to plus and minus. So don't forget that one if you're getting the square root for that. So getting the value of your x there, the roots, that is x, is equal to transposing that one, that is 3 plus and minus the square root of 13. So we have two roots here again. We have here x is equal to 3 plus the square root of 13, square root of 13, and x is equal to 3 minus the square root of 13, or that is also equal to 3 plus the square root of 13 is equal to approximately 3.606. So for this one, that is also equal to 3 minus 3.606. So that is also equal to 6.606 6, and this one that is also equal to 0.606. So the roots are 6.606 and 0.606. So these are the roots of your x squared minus 6x minus 4, since that is not we cannot factor that directly. Okay, so we have here another solution by formula. This is your quadratic formula that was derived using your algebra. If you want to have the derivation for that, you may check your modules. So the derivation was computed there. Okay, so for this one, let us just use the formula of quadratic formula. So for this, let us just denote this one as your A, this one is your B, this one is your C. Okay, checking that one. Okay, so that is x is equal to negative b plus and minus the square root. So that is let me just rewrite that one. Okay, that is negative times, since your b there is negative 3, that is negative 3 plus and minus the square root of your b squared there is of course negative 3 squared minus 4 times your coefficient of a, which is 2, multiplied by c, which is negative 4, and that is all over 2a multiplied by 2. Okay, so let us just separate this one. Okay, so that is also equal to x minus negative 3 minus the square root of negative 3 squared minus negative 3 squared minus 4 times 2 times negative 4. Okay, that is divided by 2 times 2. Okay, so we have two roots here. If we are going to compute that one, that is 3 plus the square root of 3 squared, since negative 3 negative times negative is already positive. That is plus 4 times 2 times 4 divided by 2 times 2. That is already 4. So that is equal to that is approximately 2.351. And the other one, if we are going to change the sign, that is negative, that is also equal to negative 0.851. Okay, so the roots are this ones, 2.351 and negative 0.851. So if you can factor that one, you may use your quadratic formula or this one, completing the square. Okay, so moving on, cubic equations having at least one simple linear factor. We have this one, the factorization of cubic polynomials with application of the remainder theorem and factor theorem. So if we have here an example, that is 2x cubed minus 11x squared plus 18x minus 8 is equal to 0. So let us just substitute a value of x, so that if that is equal to 0, that is a factor. Okay, so for this one, that is 2 multiplied by this is a trial and error, that is 1 cubed minus 11 1 squared plus 18 x minus 8. So if we are going to compute for that, that is 2 minus 11 plus 18 times 1 minus 8, that is 1. This is supposed to be 1. Okay, so this is not equal to 0, that is 1. So 1 is not a root of your equation, cubic equation. So if that is 2, negative 1 raised to 3 minus 11 times negative 1 squared plus 18 times negative 1 minus 8. Let us compute. That is 2, negative 2 minus 11 minus 18. That is negative 31. So that is not a root of your cubic equation. How about this one? That is 2 multiplied by 2 cubed minus 11 times 2 squared plus 18 times 2 minus 8. So if we are going to compute for that, that is 2 times 2 cubed minus 11 times 2 squared plus 18 times 2 minus 8. So that is already 0. 0 means that is a factor of one factor of your cubic equation. So if that is 2, that is, if that is 2, that is just x minus 2. Okay, that is x minus 2 is equal to 0 since your value of x there is equal to 2. Okay, so determine the remainder factor, then solve for other factors using quadratic. So for the remainder for that one, let us just divide 2x cubed minus 11x squared plus 18x to x minus 2. So that is 2x cubed minus 11x squared plus 18x minus 8 is equal to 0. So that is divided by x minus 2. So we multiply this one by, of course, 2x. Okay, so that is 2x times x, that is 2x. This is supposed to be squared. That is 2x cubed. And then 2x, multiply it here. That is negative 4x squared. Okay, so subtracting that one, this will become negative. This one will become positive. Okay, so 11 minus 4, that is 7. That is negative 7x squared. Okay, bring down that one. That is positive 18x. Okay, to be able to cancel here your negative 7x squared, we multiply it by 7x. Okay, that is negative. Okay, so negative 7x multiplied by x, that is equal to negative 7x squared, and negative 7 multiply it by here, that is positive 14x. Okay, so subtracting this one will become positive, this one will become negative. It will be cancelled this. Okay, so 18 minus 14, that is positive 4x. And then bringing down your negative 8. Okay, so multiplying it by plus, okay, plus 4 already. So that is 4, that is 4x, and then 4 multiplied by negative 2, that is negative 8. So if we are going to subtract that, it will give us 0. Okay, so the remainder is that one. So we may rewrite that one as x minus 2 multiplied by this one, that is 2x squared minus 7x plus 4. Okay, to be able to get the factor of 2x squared minus 7x, let us just use negative b. That is negative times negative 7, the quadratic equation. Negative 7, negative b plus the square root of b squared, that is 7 squared, minus 4 times AC, that is 2 times 4. Okay, that is divided by 2 multiplied by 2. And the other one is x is equal to negative times negative 7 minus the square root of 7 squared, since negative 7 raised to 2, negative times negative, that is positive, minus 4 times 2 multiplied by 4. Okay, that is all over 2 times 2. Okay, that is also equal to, okay, so if that is 7 plus the square root of 7 squared, minus 4 times 2 times 4 divided by 2 times 2, or that is 4, is also equal to, of course, that is 2.781 approximately. Okay, so for the other one, that is negative. Okay, that is negative. If you are going to calculate that, it will give us 0.719 approximately. So the factors are this one, x minus 2 and x minus 2.781 and x minus 0.719. So these are your factors. That is, x is equal to 2, x is equal to 2.781, and x is equal to 0.719. Okay, for your expansion of your polynomials, we have here the Pascal's triangle. So if we are going to use your Pascal's triangle, we just have to do this one. So that is a triangle. No, it forms a triangle. So if that is 1, if we add here 1 plus 1, that is 2. So 1 plus 2, that is 3. 2 plus 1, that is 3, and 1 plus 4, so it follows, no? 3 plus 3, that is 6. 3 times 1, that is 4, until the end. Okay, 4 plus 6, so it is just like that. Okay, 4 plus 1, that is 5. Okay, 1 plus 5, that is 6. 5 plus 10, that is 15, and so on. Okay, so for this one, for this degree, it is just raised to 0, so that is also equal to 1. A number raised to 0 or a variable raised to 0, that is equal to 1. And for this one, that is a linear equation, that is just raised to 1, that is just equal to a plus b. And for this one, that is your quadratic, this one is your cubic, and this one is your quartic until at the end. Okay, so for your expansion again, of course, your a plus b raised to 0 is 1, and for your a plus b, that is just a plus b, and a plus b squared, a squared. The coefficients here corresponding to your Pascal's triangle. So if that is a plus b squared, your first term there, your coefficient of the first term is 1, and then your coefficient of the second term is 2, and your coefficient of the third is 1. And for this one also, that is in cube. If this is your cube, your coefficient for a is 1, of course, and 3 for your second, 3 for your third, and 1 for your last term, and so on. Okay, so if we are going to use that one in your expansion of polynomials, it will take you too long. So we have here your binomial expansions. For your binomial expansion, it is the sum of a pair of numbers raised to a power. In here, we shall only consider natural number powers, namely binomials of the form a plus b raised to n. So your n there is the power. Okay, so for your solution 1, let us just use this one. So for your rth term, that is n combination of r minus 1 multiplied by the a, your value of a there raised to n minus r plus 1 times b raised to r minus 1. So in your calculator, if you may see that in your calculator, we have there the combination already. So if we are going to um, for example 8, that is your n, that is just shift, and then that is your divide, which is if you can see there the NCR, your C there is the combination, and then your R there is for your R term. Let's say for example, let us look for the third term, that is 3 minus 1, that is 2. So you just press equals for that. Okay, that is included in your calculator. But if you don't have your combination, you have also here your solution 2, that is n factorial divided by n minus r plus 1 factorial multiplied by r minus 1 factorial, and then your um, uh, the value of your first and second term there. So if you have here, you can see, say for example, that is 9, you just have to press shift and then that is the factorial here at the below the mode, that is your factorial. So 9 factorial just means 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 and so on until times 1. Okay, so that is just your factorial. Okay, so moving on to this one, let us have your example number 1. So that is, find the third term of the binomial expansion x plus y raised to 10. So for your solution 1, let us just have this one. Okay, so let us just equals to your n, which is this one. So that is your n, that is 10. Combination of r minus 1, which is the required, that is the third term, that is 3. 3 minus 1 a. Your a there is just this one, so that is supposed to be x. So that is your x raised to n minus r, that is 10 minus 3 plus 1, and then your b there is of course your y, that is a and b. Okay, so your b there is y raised to your r, which is 3 minus 1. So if we are going to simplify that further, that is the 10 combination of 2x raised to, that is 10 minus 3, that is 7 plus 1, that is raised to 8. Okay, so that is y 3 minus 1, that is raised to 2. So if we are going to press that in your calculator, that is 10 shift, that is the combination, your r there is 2, you just press equal, so that is 45. So the third term of your binomial x plus y raised to 10, that is 45 x raised to 8 y raised to 2. So that is the third term. Okay, next we have this one, your second solution for this one, that is the n factorial, which is 10. That is your n factorial. Your 10 factorial just there is just equal to 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 2 and until times 1. Okay, so if you are going to do that one, your n there is 10 minus r, which is 3. Okay, plus 1 factorial multiplied by 3 minus 1 factorial, and your a there is of course the same with this one, which is x raised to 8 y raised to 2. So if you are going to input that in your calculator, let us just press AC, let us press 1 0 and then shift factorial, and then let us go down, that is 10 minus 3 plus 1, that is shift factorial again multiplied by 2 factorial. Okay, so that is equal to 45 also. It's the same. Okay, so that is also equal to 45 x raised to 8 y raised to 2. So it's the same. Okay, so if we'll be having this example number 2, we have already your coefficients of your x and y. Okay, so this will be your a, this will be your b, and this one will be your n. Okay, so using your calculator, let us just do that one. That is your n, which is 10, and that is combination of r minus 1, since we are required the seventh term, that is 7 minus 1, a raised to, that is supposed to be multiplied by your a, which is 2x raised to n, which is 10, minus your r, which is 7 plus 1, times b. Your b there is 3y raised to r minus 1 is, that is 6. Okay, so simplifying that further, it will give us 10 combination of 6. Okay, and then that is 2x raised to 10 minus 7, that is 3 plus 1, that is raised to 4. Okay, so that is 3y raised to 6, and that is also equal to 10 combination of 6, and then that is 2 raised to 4. What is 2 raised to 4? 2 raised to 4 is 16. Okay, so that is 16 multiplied by x raised to 4 multiplied by 3 raised to 6, that is 729. Sorry, that is 729. Okay, that is y raised to 6. So simplifying that further, we just have to press that one. Okay, so that we may be able to multiply your your coefficients. So if that is your calculator, let us just have the parenthesis 10 shift combination of 6 multiplied by 16 multiplied by 729. So that is equal to 2449. So the seventh term of that binomial expansion is equal to 2449,440 x raised to 4 y raised to 6. So that is the value for your seventh term. That is the coefficient for that one. Okay, so if we are going to use your second solution, let us just do that one. That is 10 factorial divided by your n, which is that is the same with, though, that is 10 minus 7 plus 1 factorial multiplied by r, which is 7 minus 1 factorial. And then for this one, it's the same with this, that is x raised to 4 y raised to 6. So if we are going to calculate that, one, it is, so may I just that is 10 shift factorial divided by, okay, that is 10 minus 7 plus 1 factorial. Okay, 7, okay, that is multiplied by 7 minus 1 factorial. Factorial. Okay, that is equal to 210. But if that is also equal to 210, so this is not advisable for the second solution for example number 2. Okay, so for this one, we forgot to get the expansion for this one, so we just multiply it here. Okay, that is supposed to be multiplied by 16, so this one, it is incomplete, so we have to add this one, no, 16 and 729. So that is multiplied by 16 times 729, it is the same, so that is also equal to 2, 4, 4, 9, 440. That is 440 x raised to 4 and y raised to 6 also. Okay, so that is the same also as 2, 4, 4, 9, 440 x raised to 4 y raised to 6. Okay, for example number 3, if we have here determine the coefficient of the term containing x raised to 9 y raised to 16 of x cubed minus 3y squared raised to 11. So if we are going to use the binomial expansion, we have here this one. So let us just rewrite that one. That is your A, this is your B, and this is your N. And this will serve as your R. Okay, so that is your R already. Okay, so it is given na no your term. So our requirement is the coefficient. So for your N, that is already your 11. And then combination of 9, of course. 9 minus 1 already. So that is 9. Okay, 9 minus 1 multiplied by your A, which is x cubed, raised to, that is 11 minus R, which is 9 plus 1. Okay, multiplied by negative 3y squared raised to r, that is 9 minus 1. Okay, so if we are going to simplify this one, that is 11 combination of 8, that is x raised to 3 since 11 minus 9 plus 1 is raised to 3. Okay, so that is also equal to negative 3y squared raised to 8. Okay, so simplifying that further, it will give us equal to 11 combination of 8. Okay, that is x raised to 9 already, since that is 3 times 3, and then that is negative 3 raised to 8 multiplied by y raised to 16, since 8 times 2. Okay, so that is equal to 11c8. Okay, that is that is negative 3 raised to 8. We multiply there. Okay, that is already x raised to 9 multiplied by y raised to 16. Okay, so that is also equal to 108265 x raised to 9 y raised to 16. And for your second solution, let us just have this one again. That is 11 factorial divided by, that is already raised to 3. Okay, that is 3 factorial multiplied by 9 minus 1, that is 8 factorial. Okay, so that is also we multiply also there your negative 3 raised to 8. Okay, so that is x raised to 9 y raised to 16. Okay, so if we are going to compute that one, it is the same. That is 108265 x raised to 9 y raised to 16. So your coefficient of the term containing x raised to 19 and y raised to 16, that is 108265. So this is the coefficient for that. Okay, so having this example number 4, find the fourth term of the binomial expansion. 3 minus 2 over x raised to 7. So if we are going to use your solution 1, let us just substitute the values. That is, since that is 4. So if it is 4, that is the third term, and this is your n, this is your a, this is your b, this is your, yes, that is n, and that is your r. Okay, so that is 7 combination of 4 minus 1. Okay, so that is your a there is 3 raised to 7 minus 4, since that is r, plus 1 multiplied by the letter b, that is negative 2 over x raised to 4 minus 1. Okay, so that is also equal to, if we are going to simplify that further, that is multiplied already by 3 raised to 4. Okay, don't forget the parenthesis. That is also equal to, okay, that is negative 2. Since that is raised to 3, that is negative 2 raised to 3 over x raised to 3. Okay, so if that is the case, let us simplify that further. That will give us 7 combination of 3 multiplied by 3 raised to 4 multiplied by, that is negative 2 raised to 3, that is 8, and that is 1 over x cubed. Okay, so simplifying that further, that is 7c3 multiplied by 3 raised to 4 multiplied by, of course, that is supposed to be negative. That is negative. Since negative raised to odd, that is negative. That is negative 8. Okay. Multiplied by x raised to negative 3. Since that is in the denominator, if we get the reciprocal for that, it will become x raised to negative 3 already. Okay, so if we are going to compute that one, that is also equal to negative 22680 x raised to negative 3. So the fourth term for your binomial expansion for that one is this one. Okay, so using your solution 2, that is also equal to 7 factorial divided by your n, which is 7 minus 4 plus 1 factorial multiplied by r, which is 4 minus 1 factorial, and your a there again is just simply as 3 raised to 4, and that is negative 8 times x raised to negative 3. It's the same. So our answer is still negative 22680 x raised to negative 3. Okay, so if we'll be having your example number 5, determine the coefficient of the term containing x raised to negative 4 of your example number 4. So that is your example number 4. Since the fourth term is already x raised to negative 3, if that is x raised to negative 4, it is ascending, or that is descending. Okay, so since negative 4 is lesser than negative 3, so that is descending, in descending order. So if that is the case, it means that that is your fifth term already, since this one is your fourth term. Okay, so that is x raised to negative 4, so that is the fifth term. Okay, so for your solution 1, it is not applicable, no, since we have already the negative power for that one. Negative, for your negative powers, it cannot be read by your calculator already, so we have your solution 2, the long term. Okay, so if we are going to write that one, that is n factorial, which is your 7 factorial divided by your n, which is 7, minus r, which is 5, plus 1, that is factorial, multiplied by r, which is 5 minus 1 factorial. So that is equal to a. Your a there is, of course, your 3, and then that is raised to n, which is 7 minus 5 plus 1. And your b there is, of course, negative 2 over x. Okay, raised to r minus 1, which is 4 already. Okay, so if we are going to should be multiplication, so I will be erasing that. I'll just erase your equal sign there. Okay, so if we are going to compute this one, let us just simplify. That is 7 factorial over 7 minus 5. That is 2 plus 1, that is 3 factorial, and 5 minus 1, that is 4 factorial. And that is 3 raised to 7 minus 5, again, plus 1, that is raised to 3. 7 minus 5, that is 2 plus 1, that is raised to 3. Okay, that should be raised to 3. So for this one, sorry. Okay, so for this one, 7 minus 4, okay, sige, that's the same. Okay, that is 3 raised to 3, okay, multiplied by, that is negative 2 raised to 4, and then that is x raised to negative 4 already. So that is already x raised to negative 4, so that is your term already. Okay, so if we are going to calculate that one, okay, so using your calculator, that is just press 7 shift factorial divided by 3 shift factorial multiplied by 4 factorial, don't forget the parenthesis, okay, multiplied by 3 raised to 3, okay, so sorry, so that is parenthesis multiplied by negative 2 raised to 4, that is okay, that is just like that. Okay, that is 1512, that is 15120, that is x raised to negative 4. And your coefficient for the term containing x raised to negative 4, which is the fifth term, that is 15120. So that is just your binomial expansion. Okay.